For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care. rightathome.com.au. This is Without Bias on SEN.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Without Bias here on 1116 SEN, your home of sport. Val Febbo here with you for Bowls Australia, right at home, the right care right at home, and Tripadil. Roll into your next holiday with Tripadil. Massive show for everyone tonight because we're leading into the Bowls Premier League, so plenty of news coming from that. The teams are all released. We've got Lucas Protopapas. He's going to join me a little later on to talk about his partnership with Right at Home as well as September. But before we get to that, a man that has absolutely dominated the Bowls Premier League. He's won 2 MVPs. He's going to crack his 300th game for the Adelaide Pioneers, or overall, but for the Adelaide Pioneers over the coming months at Club Pine Rivers. He's Scotty T. Scott Thulborn. Welcome.
Thank you, Val. Thanks for having me on.
Great to have you on. Another BPL coming up. You'll be fronting up for the Pioneers once again. How pumped are you to get back up to Pine Rivers?
Look, always pretty excited when the BPL comes around. It's one of the most entertaining events in the Bowls calendar, especially the live coverage that we get for the sport and then the crazy, exciting, stressful format. It always keeps you on your toes. So, but yeah, relatively pumped, but just a nice build-up of excitement.
You are one of the more decorated players at the tournament. Not many people have won multiple MVP titles. What is it that you enjoy most about playing it?
It's a tough question, Val, but it's been a long time since I've won an MVP. Maybe it's starting to indicate that maybe I'm getting a bit old for lawn bowls, I think. But look, it's the who's who of lawn bowls, and I'm just always thrilled to still be a part of it, especially with the Adelaide Bowling Club, my home club. And yeah, I've been able to play with my good mate Wayne Rudiger for quite a long time, and our favourite human in the world, Caitlin Inch. So, I think the best thing for us is we're going to enjoy ourselves and have a good time regardless of the results. And we're sort of just, our goal is always to try and sneak into the finals and have a bit of a go at the big night. But yeah, sort of looking forward to it all.
You mentioned finals. I don't want to bring up the number, but you have finished runner-up a few times. What would it mean to you to finally bring home the title?
We're pretty proud of the number, Val. So, obviously, yeah, it's the bridesmaids of the BPL, some would say. But, being a part of the final is just, a whole new experience in itself. And it's just such an exciting night. The game seems to be over within 2 or 3 minutes, and it feels like. And sadly, at the end of the finals that we have played, we've been on the wrong end of it. But, really looking forward to just trying to compete and represent Adelaide well, and it's just stacked full of good players and good teams, so it's going to be full on once again.
Yeah, it is. Even getting to the final is an incredible effort, and I remember you wanted us to put up the stats of the most times runner up, and you and Rudy were well and truly up the top there. So at least you win that, anyways.
Well, I just wanted to be on top of the table for a change, so it was nice to see Adelaide on top.
We'll try and make sure we can come up with a few stats that'll get you on top. And one of the things you are on top of, Scotty, is the fact that you are going to be making or playing your 300th BPL game at this event at BPL 22 in October. Sheriff, Bester, Murphy, Wilson, Twist, Tees, Cottrell, and Rudiger are the only other players that will have gotten there when you do. How special is that sort of longevity to you? Because you mentioned it was the who's who of bowls, and you're right in there with all of them in this incredible number.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I wasn't aware of it till you mentioned it, but yeah, no, that's an honour to join that list of players, and it's just been awesome to be a part of the BPL and the growth of it since sort of day one. I was lucky enough to be involved in the beginning of the BPL, and there's some fantastic memories of we used to have Mick Malloy, and it was just it was a revelation for lawn bowls, and still is today. So it's just a great event to be a part of, and yeah, I'll definitely cherish everyone that I continue to get selected for.
And the Pioneers, you've got Dan Flanagan coming in as coach, and he's already a hero to us at Bowls Australia because he helped us get our Facebook page back when we lost it for a couple of weeks. So we already love him. But what can you tell? What can we expect from him as a coach?
Look, Dan's he's been amazing for Adelaide Bowling Club. So I think it's only his second year here, but he's one of the nicest guys you can come across. Just got a real positive energy about him. He loves his bowls, and he's a very wise man as well, especially with your Facebook and your social media stuff. But look, Dan's just with Bushy being unavailable for a bit more travel, he's trying to enjoy the finer sides of life. But yeah, I think Dan will just, in particularly on the bench, whoever's off is just going to make it really relaxing and enjoying. And well, he'll be riding every bowl, but he won't get too uptight with us or tell us off, hopefully, too much. But I think we'll just have a lot of fun with each other.
I don't think you've ever been told off on the bowls green, have you?
I think so. Just our biggest argument too's coming off. I think some teams tend to argue about who's staying on, but we're always trying to get off and sit on the bench and support each other. I guess we just all believe in each other, in other's game, and yeah, it's kind of a funny one, but that is generally 99% of our arguments of who's starting and who gets the most time on the bench. So that's about Dan's biggest job, is to make the calls at the right time and pull off the right person. So the pressure will be on him, and of course the coin toss. That's vital. So it's a lot of pressure for Dan, but I'm sure he'll step up to the plate and find the funny side if he lets us down, because he'll be the reason we lose. He's the one we're going to have to blame. So.
Well, exactly. You've always got to blame the coach. It's never on the player, and that's what Dan Flanagan's going to have to adjust to when he jumps in. But you've got one of the most consistent playing outfits out there with yourself, Wayne Rudiger. You guys played together in APL 01 back in 2013, and you've got Caitlin Inch as well, the New Zealand Blackjack, and she's an absolute star and a wonderful human being. So how important is it to have great people, but also to have consistency in your BPL team?
Yeah, look, it's obviously we think it's a benefit. We've been together quite a long time, and we really definitely enjoy Caitlin's involvement in our side. She just brings such a positive energy, but yeah, she's just so determined to play well as well. And yeah, me and Wayne, we feel that we're sort of getting towards the tail end of our career at the highest level. But we still keep going out there and giving it our all, and we can still manage to be successful slightly more often than not. So that's what we're going to continue to try and do. And yeah, it's just all a bit of a form game, and with the shorter format, a little bit of luck doesn't go astray, especially with those power plays and tie break ends. But we'll just go out and try and play good ones and enjoy ourselves and see how we end up.
Yeah, you always do need a little bit of luck at a BPL. But what is astonishing is that even in this era where the BPLs are now just getting harder and harder to win with more teams, the Pioneers are still making finals. You've finished fourth at the last 4 BPLs, which I think you're one of the only teams to have made it on all 4 of those occasions. So one of the most informed sides. How strong is the drive now to push beyond that and go towards the tilt at a title?
Oh, look, I don't think the drive changes. I think every event we've got the same sort of motivation and determination. We're obviously like every team in there. We'd love to be in that final again, and we'd love to lift the trophy at the end. But I think for me personally, it's about our us players representing our franchise and our club and our state well, and it's showcasing lawn bowls as well. It's still the best promotion for our game, and I'm really passionate on the growth and development of junior bowls here at Adelaide in South Australia and in Australia. So, look, it's just, win, lose or draw, it's kind of about showing the best version of bowls and obviously the best version of ourselves when we're out there on the green representing in front of the lights and cameras, which can be pretty exciting or pretty nervous depending on how things are going.
Yeah, that's very true. But no, this event is the in my opinion, it's the best we've got in the sport. It's always vibrant, it's always exciting, and it's always awesome. And you do represent Adelaide extremely well. And before I let you go, how is everything ticking along at the Adelaide Bowling Club? Seems like you've got some amazing people there, and it seems to be going from strength to strength in South Australia.
Yeah, look, we're ticking along nicely. We had a pretty successful year last year throughout the club. We're sort of a pretty forward-thinking club, I like to think, and we're always trying to upgrade our facilities. And we've been pretty successful with recruitment this year, so we've got some great new faces around the club. And just looking forward to kicking in. We get up and running within the next sort of 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll get a few quality pennant games in before we then look at tackling the BPL and then the Australian sides after that. So exciting times ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy couple of months with the Nationals immediately after the BPL. But Scotty, thank you very much for joining me on Without Bias tonight. It's been great to have you on, and looking forward to catching up at Club Pine Rivers, where you might be going for a maiden BPL title. Fingers crossed it all goes well for you.
You never know your luck. Thanks for having me, Val.
Scott Thulborn, or Scotty T as we like to call him. He joins me on Without Bias. Great to have him on the show. He's one of the characters of Bowls and the BPL. Looking forward to seeing him in action at BPL 22, kicking off October 27 at Club Pine Rivers, the spiritual home of the tournament. Scotty's made the final 5 times, a 2-time MVP. He's going to crack game number 300 at the event. Let's hope that we can maybe see him on the top step of the podium come the end of the tournament. Looking forward to that. Up next, though, Lucas Protopapas, right at home, emerging para Jackaroo, is going to join me on the show to talk about his partnership with Right at Home, as well as September, something that's very close to his heart. Up next on Without Bias for Right at Home and Tripadil.
For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care, rightathome.com.au. This is Without Bias on SEN.
You're listening to Without Bias here on 1116 SEN, your home of sport. And of course, that's all for Bowls Australia. Right at home, the right care, right at home, and Tripadil. Roll into your next holiday with Tripadil. Speaking of Right at Home, a man that is their brand ambassador is Right at Home emerging Jackaroo, Lucas Protopapas, and he's on the line now to talk about the partnership a little bit, as well as how he's going on the green as well. Lucas, welcome.
Thanks, Val. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you on the show, mate. And we've just seen a wonderful article written about you on the BA website about your partnership with Right at Home, and how beneficial has the partnership been between you and the organisation?
Yeah, it's been very good. Thanks, Val. It's great going around the greens, spreading the word that Right at Home does, not just here in Victoria, but around Australia. And it's been helping my bowls career go from strength to strength. And if it wasn't for Right at Home, I wouldn't be in this position. So, I've been really enjoying spreading the love. And I think everyone knows now wherever I go, if I've got the Right at Home brand on my back. So, I'm pretty privileged.
You certainly do. And for those who might not have listened to this before, or may never have heard of Right at Home, what do they do?
Yeah, so Right at Home, what they do is they like take care of people around Australia, so they can look after people in their homes, or they can take care of people out of homes, and then they can take them to community sports, so like bowls or swimming, or take them around to shopping, and then they can also come in at home, so they can also come in and do their shopping or their laundry or like this self-care at home, so they can pretty much cook for them or be a full-time carer. So I've read a little bit of a snapshot, but there's a little bit of things that they do.
Wonderful. That's it's great to hear, and they do a wonderful job. And moving on to your career, the sport of bowls has given you a hell of a lot, and you've given back to it in spades as well with the things that you do and the promotion that you do. But how special is bowls to you?
Yeah, no, very special. Like I say in the article, it's sport that I didn't know that was out there, especially from like my grandparents. They played, and they told me and Mum to come and have a go, and and since that day I haven't looked back. So I think coming into bowls, of not a real bowls background, but a sport, but a bowl in the sport, I just picked it up pretty quickly. But I didn't know I was going to get this good at it. So obviously with all my gym work and all my physio and all that, it's got me to where I am today. And I think as I got more involved in the sport, I thought, you know what, I might as well go and work in the sport as well, and try and see what happens behind the green stuff as well, not just on the green. So to have a little bit of that of a snapshot, and seeing what Bowls Victoria do with all their country sports, country clubs and their own clubs in Victoria, and then obviously working at Bowls Australia and see what they do as a whole country. It's pretty wonderful, and hopefully the sport's heading in the right direction. So I'm really enjoying that kind of way, and on green it's pretty wonderful when you get to play with the likes of Lindsay and Karen Murphy out there coaching you. It's pretty eye-opening stuff, and I've got to try and take a step back a bit and say, hang on, they're actually your coaches now. So you have to try and listen to hear what they actually got to say, and not just in a hero point of view. So I'm enjoying it, and hopefully I can continue on and keep going stronger. So loving it, and obviously being a family sport too. Playing with Mum is pretty exciting as well and special.
That's awesome, we do love seeing you every Thursday here at the Bowls Australia office. So everyone, if you're looking for an autograph, Lucas is here every week in Thornbury. So if you do want to get an autograph, he's always here and always open to selfies as well. But your your own trajectory, Lucas, seems to be rising pretty rapidly. So how is your confidence at the moment?
Yeah, confidence is really high at the moment. I think especially with having JR or Ian Ewing as my coach, he's really helped me get my confidence back to. My confidence wasn't really there maybe 12, 18 months ago. So to get it back to where I am today, I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more happier on the green, and the confidence, not just watching Essendon brings the confidence down a little bit, but the confidence on the green is, slowly getting there better. And I think putting my arm in the green in the club now at Heathmont, which has been really enjoyable, and the members have been fantastic, as Annette Ruffle would have said on the last wrong bias. It was, it has been a happy club for me, and being there for 5 years now, it's got my bowls back to where it should be, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So hopefully I can keep kicking those goals and feeling right at home on the green. So
brilliant. And we won't mention Essendon either on the show tonight, because I know that's given you great pain at the moment. So you mentioned it, not me. And you've also been included, Lucas, within the funding allocation for the Australian Institute of Sport Para-Athlete Barrier Fund. And how important is that for your development? And with all of this sort of stuff coming through, how much does that drive your motivation to keep pushing?
Yeah, it helps humongously, Val. It's I think with the funding, I wasn't quite sure what this all entails, and with Gab helping us with the wellbeing space, she's helps me and Mum get through this funding part of it, and with the help, I can get an extra lessons at the gym, which is going to help me build my muscles a little bit more, build more stronger on the green. And then obviously getting around the greens and getting to my venues, because obviously I don't drive, so taxis and all that are going to help as well, getting me to places from A to B. So that's going to help in a way, and with the help of the VIS and the AIS, they're massive help. So big jump, and obviously I'm still trying to learn all the traps of it all, but as far as I'm aware, it's kicking goals at the moment. So
that's unreal to hear, and great to see that you're stepping in the right way. And one thing, speaking of stepping, in September you're doing something that's very close to your heart with September. So how's that all going? And tell everyone a little bit about what September is.
Yeah, so September is very close to my heart. So it's a fundraising way where people who's living with cerebral palsy, they help a long way. So China September is you got to walk 10,000 steps a day for 30 days. And with the help of everyone's donations of the money, it all goes to a cause that's going to help people live with a cerebral palsy in a healthy and better life. And with me and myself, it's helping me grow that little bit more, get a bit more confidence in my body and my legs. So, it's a very good way to keep connected to your work colleagues, as we are at VA, and obviously around Australia, and also with me with my walking, it gets me outside and not annoying mum as often. So, on how I'm going, well, I could be going a little bit better than I probably should be. I started off really well. And then I actually hurt my foot during last week. So, so that caught me off my feet for a little while. I still was walking, but not as far as I should be. But I've got 197,900. So hopefully I can get to 300,000 for the end of the month. But that's the goal. But I don't think I'm going to get there now. So if I can get to 280, I'd be happy about that.
I'll back you in. Don't worry. I'll back you in. Don't worry about that, Lucas. We'll make sure you get there. But september.org.au is where you can go and donate and sign up for September. Lucas, thank you very much for joining me on the show. You're an inspiration to a lot out there, I know, and keep doing what you're doing. It's great to have you on and great to see you kicking goals and getting all the funding that you so richly deserve. We'll speak to you very soon.
Thanks, Val. Thanks for having me.
Lucas Protopapas joining me on Without Bias, the right-at-home emerging para Jackaroo. He's a superstar human and a superstar on the green as well. Looking forward to seeing his development even further. Of course, he's a staff member with Bowls Australia as well, so always a close one for us. Absolutely fantastic human being he is. That's all we've got time for tonight on the show, so great to have everyone's company. Thank you for listening wherever you're listening from, and of course, enjoy the rest of the week with footy finals coming up. Of course, September to remember here on 11:16 SEN. There is plenty to get excited about as we head towards the AFL Grand Final in just a week and a half's time. But if your teams are in the prelims this weekend, of course, enjoy it. Same with the NRL as well. If you're listening in New South Wales or Queensland, enjoy that as well. And good luck to all of your respective teams. But in the meantime, go to bowls.com.au for anything you need to know about the sport of bowls, as well as subscribe to our podcast, The Right Line on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast from, and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube as well. So plenty of content to whet the appetite for the sport of bowls. From me, Val Febbo, have a good night. This has been Without Bias for Tripodil and Right at Home. The right care, right at home. Have a great night.